Well, you're dying to know, aren't you? More than you know. Here's Paul Holland.
Oh my gosh.
Now here's a guy, only Paul Holland could make the most dynamic part of a 3-hour rehearsal be calf stretches. And that's because he approaches the whole thing with the word I have for him. I use it once a year sometimes, but he's the poster boy for gung ho. How you doing tonight, Luther? Everybody wants to know Luther. If things aren't going too well in rehearsal, or marching band or symphonic band, oftentimes I just take a look over at Luther. See, and then it goes away because you can't. Is anybody ever been angry with you, Luther? I know your dad's here, so. But he's like the most impossible person to be angry with, even if he deserves it, because he's full of this word that I chose from, good humor. Charlie Jordan, if you watch him in the front ensemble, he's a busy boy. He runs about and he plays his heart out and everything he does. And if you go to drumline practice, after drumline practice, I was there a couple weeks ago, and Charlie was just running around. He's just running around, having a great time. My word for Charlie is spirited. Hi, I'm going to handle this. 3.5 years ago, when Elise joined marching band, I wondered how this little girl, and we do feed her, I've said that before, this little girl was going to possibly handle marching and carrying this mellophone around. Because if you haven't marched mellophone, it's actually heavy, and your left arm starts to hurt. And then here we are 4 years later, which seems like just a couple weeks ago. How in the world did this girl, she never doesn't march right. Her toes are up every step she's ever taken in her entire 4 years. That horn angle never dropped 2 inches, all 4 years. I think she may have set out once at my insistence to her freshman year, when she was ashen white. I think she might have missed 1 rehearsal. And in all of that time, not because I said to Pete that you had to get your butt out of bed, but just because that was what you do. And I know better. I know your left arm hurt once in a while, and I know your back hurt once in a while. So my word for my word for Elise is remarkable.
One more.
Luther, say something funny, man. Aaron, so here's the thing, if you don't feel very well, or if something is going wrong in your life, or maybe you just want someone that's going to smile, you need to talk to Aaron. You need to hang out with her, because I really don't know anybody that's more kind-hearted than Aaron McAfee. So that's my word for Aaron, kind-hearted. they think it's kind of funny that I'm emotional about it. I will tell you this, having your own daughters in your class and as a teacher, well, it's very special. And so. Chelsea Neal. Chelsea, did you wonder what hit you when you came here from Pennsylvania when you got put in a basics block with UT marching band? Chelsea moved here as a senior this year from a little band in Pennsylvania, and they don't do what we do. Not at all. And Chelsea heard from me all year long about doing stuff our way instead of the way that maybe she had been taught before. And through it all, go ahead and smile again. She kept that smile going, and was a friend to everybody and fit in just great. And my word for her is cheery. That's not easy to do. Jose never played notes and rhythms. If you watch him play, he always makes music because Jose has soul. I don't get it. Wow, you know, I think this is the first time there's been two sets of twins in a class. There's another one over. That's Julio Rangel over there. And if you ever say hi to Julio, you get this. If you say hello to Julio, you get, how you doing? You having a good day, Julio? Yeah, you bet. And that's the truth, because he is cool. Rachel Rathjen has been marching band for 4 years, and Rachel's the sort of person that you never really have to know. You never have to wonder what she's thinking, because she will tell you. And my word for Rachel is candor. This is Charlene Shepard. Charlene has been principal clarinet in our band for 2 years. She was an all-state clarinet player, and if they had all-state for color guard, she probably would be in that too. And what I'm always going to remember about you in color guard is the introduction to the show, and you start all that stuff. Charlene starts that stuff with like 4 girls in front, and she dances so beautifully and effortlessly, and she plays her clarinet the same way. So one word for Charlene, and it's an easy one. It's talent. Jared Van Tink. Or is it Vandigo? Actually, I'm surprised you didn't get butchered more during the year. Jared really came into his own and found his home as our very important backfield drum major. That the most challenging part of the show, the students will tell you, is when they have to turn backfield and try to play quietly into the back audience, and Jared did a beautiful job. Now, Jared is the king of volunteerism as drum major. Jared always understood this, and I want to pass this on to every band member that's here, that's coming back next year. It was never about him. It was always about us with Jared. Jared would be the first one to rehearse. I said, Jared, would you get the ladders? Yes, Mr. McAfee. Would you get the drum major rotor? Yeah, Mr. McAfee. Would you lick the axle fluid off the bus? Yes, Mr. McAfee. I'd be happy to do that, sir. Anything for the band. I would do it. He would actually think about that, because he is totally unselfish. And that's my word for Jared. He's unselfish. a great senior class. Okay, I would like